courtroom so far. Heather, bring us up to speed.
Yes, like you just said, right now the sentence is expected at any moment. I just left the courtroom with minutes to get out of here to get you up to date of what is happening. When I left, they were at the very last discussions, the defense lawyers that is, and they were discussing with the judge the possible fines that would be imposed on Dean Skelos. All right, so when both of them arrived, they arrived separately. The Senate Majority Leader, Dean Skelos, arrived at court today with a group of people. He was smiling. His son, however, Adam Skelos, was alone. He came later, and he had a very stern, straight look. That changed, however, in court as he broke down in tears as he apologized to his father and for letting his family down. They started right around 10:30. The lawyers, the defense lawyers for the Skelos, these guys are extraordinary leaders. They went on to say that that Dean Skelos, at least, deserved leniency because of all he did so much over his 30-year career, including the SAFE Act, how he supported it, 2011, the Same-Sex Marriage Act, bringing that bill to the table, championing the chairman of the 90s Aging Committee, and so many things like that. Then they went on to Adam's side, saying that, Adam and his father had this bond, and that he was adopted, and they've been through so much together, and that he does have two young autistic sons, and they were asking for leniency there. Then the prosecution stood up and said, we understand all of that. We've been listening to that. He says it is a sad day, however, but it is also a sad day for the people of New York. This is the prosecution. He says people have been clamoring for ethics reform for so long, and he said there's no dispute that Dean Skelos did so much good for the people. He said, however, that he knew better. He did wrong, and he knew better. He watched as Silver was arrested. He watched time and time again as so many other people in his office did things, and he said they were strong-armed and that they were forced to pay these fines. And he said so often that Adam was not there in the room, that Dean himself was the ones making these calls, pushing forward, and that he knew better. Both Dean Skelos as well as the son Adam, they both spoke to the judge, both of them saying that they took full responsibility for themselves, asking the judge to take leniency on the other. And right at the point I was leaving, up, so they were going to now discuss the fines. They want to impose a pretty significant fine on Dean Skelos. However, they said they do think that he should be able to keep his pension. Again, at any moment, the sentence could come down. The prosecution had asked for anywhere from 12 to 15 years for the former Senate Majority Leader, Dean Skelos, and they said both of them should at least spend 10 years in prison, and we're waiting a moment now for that decision to come down right here in Manhattan. Reporting live, Heather Kovar, News 10 ABC.
With Heather as soon as possible.